Folks, welcome to Wednesday, to Hump Day, and I'm glad that you guys could make it. I haven't even put on a dress shirt yet today. I'm still in t-shirt mode, but I'm also looking at the clock and I'm going, where is the day going? Where is the day going? It's already almost 10:30 here in the Central Time Zone. So, a couple things. So you can tell by the title of this here video, I put in resolutionaries, toxicity, scams, and Proverbs. I figured I'd put the positive thing in last. Uh, Resolutionaries. It's just a thing, and you see it every year. And I think maybe it's just because I'm getting old. I'm getting old, and I just don't have the patience. I don't have the patience anymore that maybe I used to have with this one thing. Um, you see, I'm someone that goes to the gym year round. I go to the gym year round. Am I a gym rat? I am not a gym rat. In fact, I probably hold the record for getting in and getting out the fastest. I get in, I do 10 or 15 minutes of cardio, just some heart rate stuff. And then I hit the weights for like 20 minutes and then I'm out. Then I'm out. It's like I'm a half hour, 40 minutes. A couple times a week. I'm not there every day. I'm not doing, 4 hours in the gym, leaning on equipment, going, "Hey, Bob, how you doing today?" I'm not trying to get my personal best in there. I'm not hitting PRs and doing crazy things. I'm going in, I'm doing some fitness stuff, and I'm getting out. It's the way I do things. Um, I went this week to the gym, and it had been the first time since New Year's that I'd gone to the gym here, and I go to a Planet Fitness, and nothing against Planet Fitness. I like Planet Fitness. Uh, it's usually pretty sedate in there. It's not a crowded gym. It's not a crowded gym. So I pulled in this week. Parking lot's packed. Parking lot's packed. I check in. It's still on the attendance meter. It's still real low. So I'm like, it'll be fine. I go into the gym, and yeah, noticeably there's more people in there. There's more people walking around. Totally fine. Totally fine, right? Hey, good for you, right? You're going to make a change. You're making a commitment. You're turning a new thing, your lifestyle, whatever. You're here. That's great. Here's what I'm maybe it's social media. Maybe it's seeing all these other personalities online, hacking away at this is, I'm going to live my truth and the patriarchy and men this and men that. I don't know if it's that's rubbing off on people. I don't know what it is. I'm a happily married dude. I'm just going in to do my workout. I go in, I get out. I made it really clear how I use the gym, right? I'm not leering at people. I'm not staring at people. I'm not doing anything weird. I'm walking in. I'm doing maybe 10 minutes on an elliptical machine, uh, 20, 25 minutes on weights, and I'm out. I'm not there to hang out. There's some people I see all the time and I go, "Hey, how you doing? Happy Monday." I'm a pretty social person, right? But things are so disconnected between like reality, perception, and expectation. Reality, perception, expectation. Three completely separate channels. These resolutionaries, people that make a New Year's resolution, I call them resolutionaries. These resolutionaries, they show up into the gym, which, to be fair, they're not regulars. They're not regulars. And what are they wearing? They're wearing some crazy stuff. I call them spandex warrior princesses. These ladies are everything is painted on, right? No modesty whatsoever. Jiggling, taking pictures of themselves. What is happening? You're at the gym. Work out and get out. Work out and get out. I don't walk in there with my bicycle shorts on and pack socks down the front of my shorts to walk around the gym. That's not why I'm there. I'm there to get in my workout and leave. I'm in sweats or shorts, a t-shirt. I'm just doing my thing. Not these resolutionaries, people that have maybe it's their first time in the gym. Maybe they only go to the gym once a year. Maybe they go to the gym um, you know, once a month. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. But for some reason, they got the most inappropriate clothing on the planet. Then, to make matters worse, They just start kind of walking around in aimless circles because they really don't know what they're doing and they were too cheap to pay for training. So they just kind of start walking around and then giving people crusty looks, and and then you know you're walking around half naked, and if someone glances your way, you're a victim of harassment. To be clear, nobody accused me of anything. No one pointed at me. No one, but the looks, the tension, the the thickness in the air, the it's like toxic femininity, right? Have we heard that term before? It's like toxic femininity. The whole the whole athleticism of the space has just been sucked out of it. I was there for 25 minutes. I'm not going back for the rest of the month. You've succeeded. You've chased me out. I'll do the home workouts. Planet Fitness has a great app. I can pull up some home workouts. I can work on my core, some fitness, some body strength stuff. I can do that. And I'll go to the gym in a month or 6 weeks after these resolutionaries get tired and realize, oh, this isn't for me anyway. And I don't mean to sound so stinking negative. It's not that. It's not. I saw a social media post today that almost made me cry. Right? I have like 20 years of road racing experience and in motorcycles. There's an automotive clip going around right now where this guy pulls out of the pits and the wheel comes off his car. And he kind of like limps the car down the rest of the pit lane, and he pulls up against the wall, and a competing team jumps over the wall, jacks up his car and puts the wheel on for him and puts him back out on the track. That's what I grew up with. That's what I grew up with. I grew up with athleticism, and yeah, we're competing. We're competing, but we're all in the same game of life. We want everybody to win. And that's the way I treat my business. I treat my business like if I have a competitor in the space, especially locally here in Hutchinson, Kansas, if I have a competitor and that competitor starts doing better than me, like starts getting more customers or getting more notability or getting more, you know what I do? I watch and learn. I don't talk smack about them. I watch and learn. Hey, what's going on over there? They seem to be onto something. I'm going to watch and learn. Now, let's switch it. Let's say that Mañana No Mas is kicking butt, taking names, and we are dominating the space. I don't not help people. I'm the guy that jumps over the wall with the jack and jacks up the car and puts the tire back on. When I'm doing better than others, that's when you're going to see me do more collaboration within the community. Like I'm doing a lunch and learn for the Chamber of Commerce on the 30th to show everybody how to use WordPress for business. I have an agency where I use WordPress to make websites for other businesses, but I'm still going to go and do that. Our business is doing well. Why won't I share with other people? Pay it forward. That's what the whole thing's about. That's not what's happening with the resolutionaries this year. I noticed it last year, but this year was weird. We got a couple of retirees that kind of go and hang out at this Planet Fitness, and I see them there. Like I said, there's people I recognize. I walk in and hey, good morning. Hey, good morning. Hey, good to see you, young fella. I'm 58. They're telling me young fella, right? And even though it wasn't my interaction, you know, I see these people, these resolutionaries, brand new to the gym, brand new to the athletic sporting goods store, apparently, with the clothes they're wearing. And like giving these older gentlemen these like horribly crusty, unfriendly, um, the body language was just like, don't even look at me. Don't even think about coming near my machine to work out near me. Oh my gosh, are you serious? There's a whole line of ellipticals here, and you had to get on this one? Like, lady, you don't own the gym. Not only that, you're not even a regular. No one knows who you are. You're just walking around half naked for the sake of it. Put on a t-shirt, wear a sweatshirt, put on some sweatpants. And it ain't like they're fitness queens either. I mean, this is not like you're looking at there's those Instagram accounts where the chicks do the fitness, right? And they promote themselves, fitness people, blah blah blah, and totally healthy. I'm not saying that's negative. I'm saying that's like totally from a healthy perspective. Hey, I got healthy. I can help you get healthy too. Blah blah blah. Right, right. That's not what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing someone that had a little bit too much uh, pie with Thanksgiving, a little too much pie and cake with Christmas, a little too much celebration at New Year's, and now the resolution comes, and they peel themselves into this little tiny little thing, and then they go to the gym and give everybody dirty looks because they think everyone's staring at them. Not everybody's staring at you. You are self-conscious because you know you look like an idiot. You're self-conscious because you know you dressed inappropriately. And because of your self-consciousness, because of your lack of comfort, because of your own embarrassment, you're projecting discontent on the rest of the room. The rest of the room should not have to pay the price for your bad decisions. And that's what I call toxic femininity. Trying to take a whole room down with you when you've made a series of bad choices. Hopefully, people make it. Here's the deal. I say I'm going to wait a month or 6 weeks because I know most of them are going to fail, and then I can go back to the gym, and the gym will be normal again. The gym will make sense a month or 6 weeks from now. And I don't want you to misread that as in like I'm hoping people fail. It's just a fact of life. They are going to fail. Okay? Out of the 25 extra people that were in the gym that morning, maybe two of them, maybe one or two of them is going to stick it out and is going to make it until it gets hot outside, till, May or June. Maybe one of them will become, a year-long person that goes and works out. If I didn't have to go, I wouldn't go. I'm super transparent about that. I go a couple days a week, and like I said, cardio, weights, out. I'm there for a purpose. I'm there for a reason. I'm not there to pass judgment or stare at people or make people feel inferior or make them feel like they don't belong or make them feel like they're creepy. That's just weird. This whole thing lately, especially, and I'm just going to say it the way I feel it. I feel like I'm on Rumble and I can say it the way I feel it. If you don't want to be stared at, don't wear something you're embarrassed to wear. And then don't tell me that you're not embarrassed. Don't say, I'm not embarrassed. I should be able to wear whatever I want. You just shouldn't stare at it. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. So let's change the channel. Let's talk about scams. Y'all want to hear about scams? I actually went live yesterday and I talked in detail about this scam. This scam really bothers me. And it's bothering me more and more because now I'm doing the work of the decision I made to get out of the scam. And the work is more tedious and more time consuming than I had feared originally. So, about 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, I saw a lifetime deal to host video on a, unlimited hosting, on unlimited videos, on unlimited bandwidth, everything was unlimited. Limited time deal, right? So it's a limited, get this deal. It was like, I don't know, Black Friday or something like that. And I think it was $79. I think it was $79. And I bought lifetime video hosting. Now I thought, oh, that's probably a scam. When I bought it, I thought, oh, it's probably a scam. But then it worked. It worked. And then over time, I started to rely on it more and more heavily. They had a really cool Google extension. And so you could do screen share videos with it and tutorials for customers. And from an agency perspective, that became like a lifeline for me. I would be on a website and literally without leaving the website and setting up other channels and stuff, I would literally just click, record, and it would say, start recording. I say, yeah, start recording. And then I could record working on somebody's website right there in the screen, save it, right? It said edit it, right? But I would edit it and then it would publish it and then it would give me a link, all in one screen, and it would give me a link, and then I could send my customer that link, and then the copy of that video was stored in that account. So thinking about what I do for a living, there's a ton of videos in there, right? So there's like literally hundreds of videos in this account. Well, without improving or changing the platform, without sunsetting one service and rising another service, without really changing anything, they just sent out an email that said, you got 30 days to pick your new subscription to keep access to your account. That's not how lifetime deals work. Lifetime deals work because they're lifetime deals. Not only that, I bought other tools from these people, other add-ons during the course of this lifetime deal, and the add-ons never worked, right? The video hosting worked, but the add-ons I bought never did work. So now I've got a few extra $100 wrapped up in this thing. It's not just the $79, but I paid extra for other things that I never got to use. And now I'm told it's like $35 a month if I want to subscribe, but I'm on the edge of that tier. So if I were to keep using this service the way that I use it, I would have to go up to a tier that I think is like $99 a month or something like that. And they've got, obviously enterprise level call for quote, right? The whole thing is money driven now. It's not a buy a package and you're done. Now it's like you can't you can't budget this because they're going to raise the price whenever. And so I'm not happy. The name of the company is called Adilo, Adilo. I was a little gun shy about it at first because I was like, wow, did they really just decide not to honor the lifetime deal? You see, I work in the IT space and there are lifetime deals on plugins and software. But typically when a company offers a lifetime deal, it's for a limited time. So let's say Lifter LMS is a perfect example. I work with Lifter LMS directly. They do a lifetime deal. They put it out every Black Friday and then maybe once or twice throughout the rest of the year. They'll say, oh, lifetime deal to the Infinity Bundle. It's yours for $3,000. And so, yeah, you can buy lifetime access for $3,000 or you can keep paying $1,500 a year to have it, right? And so there's a lot of people that aren't going to get the limited access to the lifetime deal. They're not going to get it. And so Lifter LMS is also selling subscriptions, right? So apparently Adilo didn't sell enough subscriptions. They don't have enough recurring revenue to keep their project afloat because they did the cash grab way and they took lifetime deals apparently the whole time. I don't have access to their books. I don't know how their business really runs, but they sent an email that said, this isn't economically sustainable. Well, how did you run the rest of your business? Like me as the customer, I'm not responsible for your economic solvency. You came out with a product, you labeled a price, I paid the price, and now you don't want to honor the deal. That's not cool. If anything, they should sunset the project and they should rename it and launch it on a different URL and start from scratch. To tell people that have a lifetime deal, we're not going to honor it. Starting tomorrow, you can pay me $35 a month. That's not cool. That's really not cool. And think about the difference. Like when I said Lifter LMS has a lifetime deal, it's $3,000, but it's $1,500 a year. So 2 years of access would constitute a lifetime deal, right? Think about this. If I paid $35 a month, but bought the lifetime deal for $80, it would be what, 9 weeks? 9 weeks of access would equal my lifetime deal as opposed to 2 years. The whole pricing structure and everything in this offer just gives me the creeps. I don't like it. So I decided to move all of my videos over to bunny.net. So bunny.net, reliable, been around for a long time, super affordable, really great service. I can't say enough good things about bunny.net. I put a ton of customers in bunny.net before. Why didn't I use bunny.net myself from the beginning? Why? Because I bought a lifetime deal. Okay. So now bunny.net is going to be something like $5 a month or $6 a month for the hosting and the services that I would have paid for with Canva at $35, not Canva, at Adilo for $35 a month. And like I said, I'm really close to a pricing tier where that $35 a month wouldn't cover me anyway. I'd have to jump up to another tier. So yeah, I got to bail out. So what that means, think about this: hundreds of videos, different embed codes for each video, multiple websites that have e-learning packages where the e-learning is courses and each course has multiple lessons. Each lesson is a video. I have to go through each of those websites, each of those courses, each of those lessons, and I need to change where that video is hosted and change the embed code. So I need to take all the videos from Adilo, move them over to bunny.net, organize them in bunny.net, and then go through all of my websites and customers' websites and make sure that all of those codes are correct. Then what I need to do is I need to go and take a look at like lead magnets or blog posts or other things that I've created where the video content is embedded. And I need to update that embedded video as well. Literally, this is going to be hundreds of hours of labor for me. Now, from an agency perspective, I want to put this in. I want to put this into perspective for people, because I know it sounds like I am just complaining and bitching to bitch, but I want you to understand from a business frame set how this works. And this is probably what Adilo is counting on. So Adilo's thinking, dude, it's $35 a month. Why are you being so difficult? I'm being difficult because it's unethical. I'm being difficult because it's unethical. I have made a ton of business decisions in my life based on ethics. Okay. So let's say I spend 200 hours on that, but my agency rate's $150 an hour. That's $30,000 in lost labor that we're going to spend moving these videos. See, that's how real business works. It's not what is it going to cost me to move those videos? It's what's the lost opportunity cost for me to move those videos? Can I spend 200 hours doing something? Yeah, I can spend 200 hours doing something. Am I happy to do it? No, I'm not happy to do it. But can I spend the 200 hours doing it? I can buckle down. I can spend the 200 hours doing it. I can delegate some of that to my team. Every time we do something internally, it takes away from our ability to provide that service externally. When we provide a service externally, we bill that service at $150 an hour. So if it takes me 200 labor hours times $150 an hour, that is $30,000. So some of you are going to see this and you're going to say, well, dang, dude, if it's really worth $30,000, just pay him the $35 a month. It comes to ethics. If they didn't honor their lifetime deal, if they didn't honor the agreement they originally made with their customers, why would I want to reward them and give them more money? Right? Nose to face, I get it. Like, your nose to spite your face, whatever. It's just reality. Not happy about it. So let's talk about something I am happy about. And then I'll close out today because we're at 23 minutes already. I have been reading, and let me put this up on the screen for you. I think I've got a where. There it is. Kurt Von Onen. Boom. KurtVonOnen.com, right at the top of the screen there. Since the first of the year, I have been reading a chapter in the book of Proverbs every day. I've been reading it as if like coaching, teaching, whatever. And be very clear. I say this all the time. I didn't make this up. Okay. There's 31 chapters in the book of Proverbs. January has 31 days. It's the beginning of the year. What better way to start the year than to talk about the wisdom that the book of Proverbs can lend to us, right? So it makes sense that for every day of January, you would read a chapter of Proverbs. Some people have very famously done this. I think the most famous person is Pedro Adilo. And I've been with Pedro Adilo on multiple years doing the reading of Proverbs. And I'll be honest with you. I think Pedro is kind of a genius, but I just don't like it. Like I just didn't I didn't like the 10 or 15 minutes of glad handing and saying hi and then trying to sell people on, the bonus hours or the VIP access or the whatever. If I'm going to share scripture with people, it's not to generate revenue for myself. I'm sorry. I just gotta, people can do what they want. Okay. Like I said, I'm not the first to do this. So the way that I do this reading in Proverbs is we simply open up the screen. I say good morning. I say, hey, today's the 14th, right? So let's go into chapter 14. We say a quick little prayer. We read through the book, share maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes of thoughts, and then we pray out, and then we close the call. I mean, we're talking anywhere from 8 to 15 minutes. It's pretty quick. We do this every day. In fact, if you went to kurtvononen.com, you'll see on the homepage, it'll say wisdom is free. And you can click on wisdom is free and you go in, and I set it up in a course structure so that each chapter in the book of Proverbs becomes its own lesson. And so you can start, lesson one, day one, lesson two, day two, lesson three, day three. And you can go right through the book of Proverbs with me. And I read, you follow along. We have a quick little exchange of an idea or something. If enough people join this and really want to do it with me, maybe I'll do like a mastermind at the end or a big group call and invite everybody in. What were the high points, the low points, and things like that. But it's been fun. It's been a fun way to do it. It's a great way to start the new year. I would encourage you, if you have never done that before, pick a month. Pick a month and do it. Or I have another friend who says, yeah, I like to read the book of Proverbs too, but I don't have the discipline to read it day after day after day. He says, so periodically I pick up the book, the good Bible. And let's say it's the 16th, I'll go to Proverbs 16. Let's say it's the 5th, I'll go to Proverbs 5th, Proverbs 5. So there's lots of ways to tackle it. But I thought, being the new year, I'll do a chapter in the book of Proverbs every day. I'll record it. I'll add it to the kurtvononen.com website. And it gives you a chance to jump in and pick up some positivity and some wisdom along the way, right? Um, wisdom. She's got a house at the top of the hill, and she watches the men walk by and she invites them in. Wisdom. Folks, have yourselves a wonderful day. And bunny.net, big shout out to them. Bunny.net. Shout out to Lifter. Awesome. Manana no Mas, obviously. Like, share, follow, subscribe, all of that. Go to the manananomas.com website. We've got a thing in there. You can click and sign up for the newsletter. We're going to be putting a newsletter out later today. And that's it. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.